Boy, the waves are looking sweet today.
Sorry I'm running late, JJ. I just finished waxing your board.
Oh, fine buff. Thank you, Ginger. You can just leave that anywhere.
Okay.
Good work. I'll get to that in just a few moments, but first I got to focus on Tony. Tony, I have so much to thank you for. In fact, this glass. I always remember my first conference in New Orleans, and I really didn't know how to go about it, and you basically said to me the key is networking. And so I want to let you know that thanks to you, I networked that thing night and night again with Pat O'Brien and a sea of friends. It was my first real social gone wild. Anyways, this is great. I could go for another taste. Tanisha!
Hey, JJ.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now we're getting after hours. Anyways, Tony, as you know, retirement can be a life-changing event. And it can be very stressful for some. After all, when you've lived a busy, thriving career, and suddenly you're at the crossroads of now and what, and you're not sure what to do, you can be nervous. But, Tony, I want to remind you about a story that happened 20 years ago. I was a grad student there. It was 1987. And you, Tony, had an experience, and I'd like to retell the audience so they can know why you'll be able to prepare for retirement just fine. It was a cold winter night, like I said, mid-January, maybe January 22nd, which is my birthday, by the way, but anyways. The important thing here is that you were walking the building of IMPI, and you were trying to be amongst your people and just checking on things, and you went down to the equipment room, and you, in a neglected corner, spotted an unusual item. And you looked at it, and it looked like a old, dirty lamp. And so you picked it up, and you started to rub it to see what it might be. When suddenly, out of the snout of the lamp streamed a pillow of cloud with a thunderous voice that said, "Who has set me free?" And Tony said, "I did. I am your genie. You are my master and grant you 3 wishes." Come on. You're kidding me. Try me, master. Okay, well, it's about 0 degrees outside right now, and with the wind chill, who knows what. Let's see. I wish, genie, that I was on a warm tropical island. Poof! Suddenly, Tony was there swinging in a hammock, enjoying the most beautiful beaches, white sand, shimmering ocean. There were girls, lots of them, scantily clad, splashing about in the water, some frolicking on the sand. I even think Tony was playing paddleball with Jennifer Lopez, but I'm not sure. Anyways, Tony looked around and said, "It is good, genie, it is good." Amongst it, he got very thirsty, and he then said, with all this excitement, "I wish I had a long, cold, tall drink." And poof! Suddenly, Tony had a drink that was refreshing, tastier than he'd ever had, enjoyable, and every time he took a sip, it would refill. It was like a Willy Wonka, everlasting, gobstopping iced tea. Tony was smiling, and he was satisfied. And he said, "Genie, you are very good." And he, "Thank you, master. Remember, you have one last wish." Well, now Tony knew this was a serious genie, and he made things happen. So he pondered this final decision. He said, "Genie, I know what I want. Because I am young now in my life, and I am enjoying this wonderful life. I wish that I would never have to work another day in my life." And poof! Tony was back in his office at U of Illinois. So, we can see that Tony has been preparing for retirement his whole life. He's going to be fine. It'll be a smooth transition. And Tony, I do want to say, I think, because you chose the career you love, that you will, in fact, never really have to feel like you were working any day of your life. And so, I wish you all the best. As for me, Tony, I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me. Especially for lending me that lamp.
We love you, Tony. Hope you'll find time in your new schedule to squeeze us in.
Come see us, Tony. Go proud.
Don't forget about us either, Tony. A friend of Jaybirds is a friend of ours. Congratulations!
Now, to keep in mind a healthy perspective and to stay out of too much trouble, remember the old retirement adage, don't sweat the petty stuff and...
Don't pet the sweaty stuff!
The epilogue. Every featured film has one. We're in my backyard. Take over, Dad.
Hey, you guys, you caught me doing a little yard work here. Tony, can I call you Tony? Jesse? You are an innovator, a philanthropist, a visionist, a humorist, a golfer, a motivator, and a leader. And while they might have retired the Illini mascot a couple years ago, today I recognize a true chief. Because as a recreation frontiersman, you led a people at home and across this land. Thanks, Shane. Elena Ding Dong, or as I like to say, Dunka Shane. TC, you are the toast of your town, my town, and many, many other towns. Job well done. Friendships done even better. Thank you. By the way, do not show this video to my wife. Otherwise, I will be permanently retired.